Hello, good evening, everybody. Damon Gonzalez, Latin Box Sports, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's nice to see you guys. Uh, we are here at the Slip Punches Show. Once again, we have another fighter coming on this evening from Texas, Cypress, Texas, a heavyweight fighter. We're super excited about having him come aboard with us. Dug in the vault, found one of my old collectibles I want to kind of share with everybody. It's really, really cool. This is a ticket for the convention center in Miami, Florida, and it's April 4th, 1963. It's Sonny Liston versus Floyd Patterson. That's the ticket to the fight here in Miami. So, nice little collectible. I've always been a big fan of Floyd Patterson and Sonny Liston, the Big Bear, you know. So we have a gentleman coming on, like I said, from Texas. He is an ABO heavyweight champion over there. And we're very delighted and happy to welcome Juan Torres to the show this evening. We're going to talk to him in just a few seconds. And Juan is going to come to us live from Texas. I had the opportunity to see Juan fight. He's a great young man, very talented, highly talented. He's right now in training camp. Some big things are about to happen in his career, and hopefully we should get him on any second. So again, I hope everybody's doing good. You know, like I said, this is great for the boxing community. Juan, how you doing?
All right, how are you doing?
Good, good. Welcome to our show, man. Welcome to the Split Punches show. We are so delighted and happy to see you, man. Juan, congratulations, man. Last time I saw you, I was down in Florida, and I left to Texas to sanction the fight up there, and I got to see you fight in the ring, and you won an ABO title fight that night. And I'll tell you what, man, you're a tough kid. You got some heavy hands. You could throw your you know. You had a KO win against Garza back in January, and you've been keeping yourself busy. And right now you're in the gym, you're working out. What's going on with yourself?
Man, we just finished right now. Actually, I'm in the car. Just actually took my wraps off, and man, you know, since the COVID stuff started going on, we've been focusing mostly on my feet, just making sure that I can, dance well in the ring and move around well. And I've probably since COVID, I've dropped another 15 pounds and a lot of body fat percentage.
Wow, that's pretty good. That's great to hear. How are you doing, and how's your family doing, dealing with the quarantine and everything? Is everybody okay? Is everybody safe?
Yes, sir. Everybody's safe. Everybody around me, I think, for the most part, nobody caught it. The hardest thing was not going to work. I'm a teacher. I'm a special ed teacher, so it was hard not seeing my kids.
Well, that's something I was going to get into with you and ask you, of course. Here you are, you're a heavyweight fighter. You just came out the ring a couple of months ago. Then a couple of days later, you go in the classroom and you teach these kids. That's pretty freaking awesome. Talk about that experience, and let's flip the coin on the other side. Let's talk about that career. How's that been? That's inspiring. How's that going for you?
It's great, man. I'm actually at elementary school. Actually, I'm moving up to the junior high next year. But I deal with the behavioral children, special ed. Basically the kids that gives all the other teachers a hard time. I'm the one that's there and takes care of them and tries to teach them to the best of my ability. So.
That's beautiful, man. Listen, I want to congratulate the president of the ABO, Juan Coriel, for giving you that opportunity to fight for that title. When you put that strap on your shoulder, man, what were the emotions going through your mind that night?
All the hard work, man. I've come a long way since I first started. I started doing MMA, and I went from being just a brawler to actually learning how to box correctly, and I'm still learning. It's a daily thing, I'm blessed enough to have both my coaches here with me, and they taught me so much. And I'm hard headed. I'm in the gym. I'm hard headed. It takes 2 or 3 times to fully understand what they're trying to teach me. But it was just it was. I was so happy. I think I slept with that belt for like a week straight.
Juan, you couldn't pick a better venue, man. At Tigre Promotions really put on a great show. I mean, sold out every chair in that place. It was a great night of boxing. And how does that reflect? Now you're in camp and you get the phone call. You have something coming up soon, don't you?
Yes, sir. So I got the phone call from a matchmaker for Top Rank, and as it stands, June 20th. Sir?
Brad called you?
No, it was another fella that worked for him. I suppose I forgot his name. I'm sorry, I'm not good with names. But
okay.
June 23rd, I'll be fighting Patrick Mailata out of, I think, Australia.
Yes, Malaka. Yes, I've seen him. And you're preparing, getting ready for that fight. How's it going getting ready for that fight? You must be super excited just to get back in the ring.
It's a blessing to get back in the ring, man. I think this is the longest break I've ever had, from fighting. I don't think I've gone 3.5 months and not gotten to fight. So, it was a blessing to get that chance to work on my feet and work on my cardio and all the, the extra stuff. But, man, I'm ready to get in there and bang.
Juan, that's great stuff. I want to give a shout out to a couple of people that are tuning in. Juan Coriel, Orlando Fernandez from the NBA, Maria Ann, how you doing? Veteran in the sport.
Yes,
we love you. NBA former champion Derek Webster, Philadelphia in the house. I got to holler at you, Derek. Got to talk to you. Ken Swift from the original Rocksteady crew. Kenny, yo, we appreciate you, man, tuning in, man. We appreciate that. So, man, Juan, talk about that, man. Have you been Are you at the point where you're sparring, getting ready? How's the work been going in the gym?
We're sparring. We're doing about 8 to 10 rounds of heavy sparring. So we try to get Tuesdays and Thursdays some good sparring in, and the rest of the time, just technique, feet work, man.
That's very, very important. And again, you always been a focused young man. And it's just amazing. How do you do it? How do you teach as a teacher, and then at the same time you're a pro fighter? Did you bring your belt to school so the kids could see it?
I did. I actually brought the belt, and they all got to hold it, and we all took pictures with it, and they loved it. They love being, having a teacher that's also a professional boxer. They'll go on my Facebook and on my Instagram and check out the pictures and show their friends and their parents. Their parents are very, they love the fact that I'm in there, and I grew up with a tough childhood too, so I relate to them. I was a bad kid in school, man, so I relate to them, and I think that's one of the main reasons. I really love those kids. Like, they're stuck with me for the rest of their lives. They graduate.
Have they ever attended any of your fights with their parents?
So I've had a couple come to my fights, and I have about 2 or 3 of them that actually I bring into the gym, try to keep them busy, try to keep them focused, and try to teach them some, self-defense in the process. So
Juan, I also want to give a shout out to Gustavo from the WBO. The WBO, they came down to Texas and sanctioned the fight with their Tigre Promotions. Shout out to Baco and the WBO. We love you guys. Nestor, how you doing, Nestor? So Juan, listen, you're fighting under a top-ranked bill, and of course, as you know, behind closed doors. Have you gave that any thought with the changes going on?
It's going to be different, but we're prepared for everything. We're going to be prepared.
That's great. That's great. So the hotels are opening up in Vegas, so don't go in the casinos, man.
No casinos. That's right. I'm staying in the room.
So how are you holding your weight? How's your weight right now preparing for the fight? You good?
I'm sitting right now. I'm probably at 238 pounds, and I started off at 290.
That's
My
beautiful.
first boxing match, I was at 290. Yep.
And like I said, I was very impressed. I sat ringside in your fight, and I watched you fight. And you're a very, very impressive young fighter. And the best is yet to come for you.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
Well,
Thank you
Juan,
so much.
how can your fans follow you on social media?
So right now, I'm on Facebook, Juan A. Torres. On Instagram, Teflon Don JT, and those are the two ones that I have right now.
Very good.
I think I need to get a fan page though, because I got a bunch of friends trying to add me on Facebook. So I'll probably come up with a fan page here on Facebook soon.
Absolutely. I'm sure all your fans would love that, and we'll definitely plug it in for you as well. Juan, tell me, you as an athlete and a heavyweight, you're obviously, like I tell most of the fighters, you're a fan. There's no question. What are your thoughts of the heavyweight division?
Right now it's a crazy division. It's very popular with Fury and Wilder and Ruiz, and I'm a huge Ruiz fan. Of course, him being a Hispanic, and him winning them titles, man. That gave a lot of folks hope and all that. But it's right now it's a really interesting division.
Yeah, we're in an era that's a really confusing era. A lot of people is like they love you and they hate you. He cemented himself that night in Madison Square Garden. He did what nobody believed that he can do. And then months later is like, and that's not fair. That's not fair to an athlete that really reached the peak of his career and his life at such a young age and proved everybody wrong,
Yeah.
So, my hats go off to him. There's no question about it. He's ranked as one of the best heavyweights out there, regardless what anybody says. He's a tough as nails.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, you have any favorites? Anybody that besides Ruiz that you like?
Man, I'm still a huge Mike Tyson fan, and I try to emulate him as much as possible. Being, 5'11", 6 foot, I try to be just like him. Try to stay inside and try to be explosive like him. So that's the goal, to get down to a weight where I can move like Mike Tyson.
You watch those old Mike Tyson fights, those old videos of him fighting. What are your thoughts?
Man, just the way he moves his hips is crazy. Those hooks, those killer hooks and uppercuts, man. That's how I'm trying to be.
To tell you the truth, to see him and Evander Holyfield and these guys, Briggs and all these guys doing what they're doing at their age, being in so much shape and kind of just really proving themselves to I understand they want to come back to the sport, and it may be exciting on an exhibition level, but on the actual heavyweight level, I personally don't want to see it. Personally.
No, yeah. Right. I think they're, a little bit, they're older, and I guess if they had like some kind of senior division, right? But getting with these younger guys, I don't know. Briggs, I'm not gonna lie. I saw Briggs sign to because I do the bare knuckle boxing as well. Coach wants me to taper off of that, and I am. But as soon as I saw Briggs sign to the bare knuckle folks, I automatically, I want to see where I'm at. I want to see where my hands are. I'd love to get in there with them, but they're not a fan of bare knuckle boxing right now.
Okay. Well, I know the President David, man. We'll drop him a call and you talk to him.
Oh yeah. I'm under contract with them. I have a 3-fight contract, I think, with them.
Really?
I think I still have 2. Yeah, I have two fights left on the contract, but I've been focusing more on my boxing more than anything. So.
Well, like I said, Juan, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate you coming on the Flip Punches show. Once again, give a shout out to all your fans.
Man, yeah, I just definitely Team Torres, man. I appreciate everybody that reached out to me and congratulated me on this top ranked fight. I appreciate it. Coach Ernest, Mike Hammer, Coach Anthony out in Vegas, Villa Boxing, my manager, Junior Santiago, Estiga Promotions. They've been a huge help. I talk to them basically every day since that the fight broke out. So definitely everybody out there, man, that's rooting for me, and everybody that's not rooting for me. I appreciate y'all.
ABO champion Juan Torres. We appreciate you, and we hope we have you back on the Slip Punches show.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey Juan, I totally recommend to you, man. Anybody hits you up, media and boxing, man. Listen, chop it up with everybody. Talk to everybody.
Right. Yes, sir.
This is a time in our country where we don't have fights, but we have each other, and that's what keeps it going. We got to keep on punching. Don't pay attention to the haters. Do what you need to do. Keep on punching and enjoy every second communicating with all your peers.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
All right, brother. We love you, and thank you for tuning in the Slip Punches show. We'll see you soon, okay?
Yes, sir. I love you, man. Thank you.
Thanks. Take care, Juan. Once again, guys, thank you for joining the Slip Punches show with Juan Torres, ABO heavyweight from Texas. We'll be fighting this June in the top-ranked card, either the 9th or the 11th. I will give you some updates, and Altiga Promotions will definitely give you guys some updates on that, and the ABO will give you guys some updates on his fight coming up soon. So once again, we thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow. God bless.